Good morning and welcome to Rose Red Homestead. We have been so busy these last several weeks working on testing the recipes for our new book that is going to be coming out. Oh, I hate to give a date. We're hoping before the end of the year, so we'll just say within the next few weeks we hope to be able to launch it. It's a very important book. It is all about Dutch oven cooking, and we are not doing the camping favorite type recipes, although there are 2 or 3 of them in there. We are focusing on recipes that we might do if we had to cook day after day after day at home using our food storage, using Dutch ovens. And so I have converted lots and lots of different recipes into cast iron Dutch oven cooking. And what we're hoping to do is to give enough illustration and examples of recipes and how to sort of change the procedure so that once you get the hang of it, you can take any recipe that you would like to use and do the same thing. Today we are going to show you how we double stack. Now, double stacking cast iron Dutch ovens is not a new technique. Many of you already know how to do that, those of you that are experienced with Dutch oven cooking. But what we are hoping is that there are a lot of people out there who have never done Dutch oven cooking before, who are just starting on their learning curve and need some encouragement and some examples of some of the things that we do. So one of the reasons that you double stack, which means that you put one Dutch oven down with a layer of charcoal underneath and a layer on the lid, and then you put another Dutch oven on the charcoal over the lid of the bottom one and put whatever food you're going to do there, and then put charcoal on its lid as well. So you have charcoal, pot, charcoal, pot, charcoal. And we're going to demonstrate that. There's one recipe in the book that shows that, but there are many others that you would be able to do the same thing too. So we're going to be doing a potato mixture in one of the Dutch ovens and a chicken mixture in the other one. And we're going to get started on that right now. First of all, we're going to go out and have Jim show us what he did to get the charcoal lit. And then we'll come right back in here and do this.
I already have our chimney going, and I have a half and half charcoal. One is a long lasting, and the other is a normal, regular Kingsford briquette. And I ended up layering them, regular briquette on the bottom, then the long-lasting regular briquette, and the long-lasting on top, and a total of about 38. That way we have some extra heat as we need it. And if I get to the point of where I need to come out and do another chimney, I can do the same kind of thing.
So I'm working on the potatoes right now, and I bought a 5-pound bag of Yukon Gold, and this is about half of the bag. And so I start off using my mandolin always with my Safeguard safety gloves, which, by the way, you all taught me to do that. You chastised me deeply when I was doing it barehanded the first time we showed the video. And I thought, boy, are you ever right. So I got these gloves, and I'm so glad, because people were giving horror stories of what happened on a mandolin. So this is the last potato, and I am slicing them in 1/4-inch slices. Just putting them in this bowl of water to keep them from turning brown. So I'm going to set that aside, and then the next thing I'm going to do is take a sleeve of Ritz crackers. Have you always wanted to do this? And I'm just going to crush it.
So much for the cheese and crackers.
That's right. Well, I'm going to get my rolling pin. Tough little crackers require more than just my hands. So I'm going to beat these into crumbs, trying to keep them still inside the sleeve so the mess doesn't go everywhere. So I'm going to empty them into this pan. And the last thing I'm going to do to just sort of get ready for things is to slice an onion. You've seen me do that a million times, so I'm going to go ahead and just do that off camera. I'm just going to slice a large onion. And then pretty soon we're going to show you how we have learned to preheat our Dutch ovens, and it is the greatest hack ever. I've already written it into the book, but if you haven't seen this, you need to see it. So we'll do that in just a minute as well.
Okay, the charcoals are ready. And I'm going to go ahead and put the 10-inch on to be able to go ahead and heat it up ahead of time. And I've got a little bit of the walls of the chimney not covered by the Dutch oven. Again, it leaves room for air circulation. And I found out if I don't do that, it practically smothers the charcoal and the flame. So we'll be back out after a while when we get ready to go ahead and take it in on the table.
All right, I'm ready to do the next step in the kitchen. So I have this ready to go out for the potatoes. This is 4 pieces of bacon that I've cut in about 1-inch strips. And I really wanted peppered bacon, but we didn't have any. So I just opened these up and put some coarse ground pepper on them. So we've got pepper bacon there. So what is going to happen is once the 10-inch is preheated, we'll bring that in and put it over coals, and I'm going to put the bacon in there. Let the bacon render its fat. Then I'm going to put a layer of onion rings and then alternate that with a layer of potatoes, a layer of onions, a layer of potatoes, and then sprinkling it with Lawry's seasoning salt. And then on the top, we're going to put this cheddar cheese. So this is a cheddar cheese soup that we'll put on the top, and then it will, as it cooks, it will ease down into it. So that will be the potatoes, and they're going on the bottom. Then what's going to be going in the 12-inch Dutch oven is this chicken. So I have 6 thighs, bone in, skin on, because there's more flavor that way. And I'm just going to dip them in this butter and then dip them in the crackers. And stack them up right here. So I'll finish doing this, and then we'll go out and start things rolling once the 10-inch comes in after it's preheated. So we'll see you soon.
Okay, you ready?
So we're going to be putting 8 on the bottom of this 10-inch, and then 14 on the top.
Like it.
All right, we're going to lift this lid. And we're going to set it over here for a few minutes. It's very smoky in there. So the first thing that's going in is the bacon. And that's the advantage of preheating, is that when we're ready to cook, we're ready to cook just as soon as it's brought in. And I'm going to want to monitor the temperature here, so I am going to put the probe inside. Get the lid back on and let the bacon render for just a few minutes. And then we're going to build our little potato casserole thing. This has to render enough fat to put grease on the bottom.
Okay.
It will continue cooking during this cook.
All right.
All right, so I'm going to start layering things in. So first thing that goes in is onions, onion rings, to create a little bit of a barrier for the potatoes. Layer of potatoes. More onions. Smelling really good already.
It is.
potatoes. Final onions. This is just one large onion.
Looks like it'll taste good by the time we get finished.
I hope so. Final potatoes. Seasoned salt. And the cheddar soup. Just kind of let that smear over the top. Okay. Now the 12-inch over the 10-inch. And the chicken. And I'm just going to sprinkle the rest of the crackers in here. And we're doing a little bit of smoked paprika. And I just have some rosemary in my hand. I'm crushing it. This is dried rosemary. It smells really good. And there we go. And then shall I just dump the rest on Jim? Is that?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay. See how our bottom one is doing. We've got 187, almost 190 on the bottom. So now we're just going to let these sit here for a little bit. We'll decide whether we're going to need more. One of the things that I have noticed, we have watched a lot of YouTube videos and other videos on outdoor cooking with Dutch ovens, and most of them occur in a campsite, which is great. But I have noticed that these folks who are presenting, I know that they're experts in Dutch oven cooking, and one of the things that they do almost to the person is they will preheat a whole load of charcoal briquettes, and they stay off to the side and gradually burn down, and sometimes they'll use some of them and sometimes they don't. But it has always seemed like a terrible waste to me. Now, I could be way wrong, because Jim and I don't think we would consider ourselves experts at Dutch oven cooking, but we are gaining experience every day. And as I think about the possibility that we might be doing this when the grid is down, when every resource we have is going to be precious, we are not going to want to fill a whole chimney full of charcoal and just keep it nearby, and we may or may not use it. And so in our recipes in this cookbook, we have tried to just narrow it down to the number of charcoal that will do a really good job of cooking. But everyone will choose for themselves. And if you have a lot of expendable income and want to do a lot of just extra charcoal, then that's fine. But we prefer to be a little bit frugal in how we do it. So I'm thinking we might need another batch. Jim, what do you think?
Probably so, but let's wait and see how things are going.
Okay, we'll give it about 15 minutes and then we probably will make that decision. So we'll see you soon. So things have been going for about 45 minutes, and we can tell we've got two temperatures here. The upper pot is, the chicken is at 207, and the bottom pot, the potatoes, is at 180. And they're both just kind of stagnating right there. So Jim is coming in with another batch, And how many did you do? About 15, 20, 25?
20, 25.
Okay. So, okay, and he's putting the chicken back up on top of the potatoes. And we're going to just end it by putting the rest on the top. I'm smelling the potatoes, but I'm not smelling the chicken yet. And we want to get that chicken up to 165. So we will be back in just a little while and check everything out. As you can see, our temperatures have hopped right up there.
279 and 208.
So
and the
we're-
chicken is 279.
Yeah, we're done. So let's see how these look. Oh, look at that. Look at that, look at that. I'm going to get this out, and we'll take this temperature, 175,
It's close enough.
181, 180. So we're good to go on those. So I'm going to get 2 of these out, and then 1 for the other plate. Okay, putting this one aside. And let's check our potatoes. Oh my goodness. So let's pull this out. And we'll stir these around just a little bit. So done. And we'll dish out a few potatoes here on this plate. Is this enough, honey?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go over and try it out.
Sounds good.
All right, I'm ready. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, I'm starting with potatoes.
Sounds like a good idea.
Even though I got just a bite of the potato, I could taste the cheese, I could taste the bacon and the onion as well. So they're really, really good potatoes.
Very good potatoes.
Yeah.
And I got the onion along with the potatoes. That's very good.
And so easy, my gosh,
Yeah.
really easy. So now for the chicken, let's see how it turned out. I'm waiting for you before I say anything.
Is that rosemary that I tasted?
It is, yes, yes. It's wonderful.
It is, it's
really,
very good.
really nice. The cracker crust makes for a really nice crust.
I was going to say that it almost tastes like regular flour.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. But it's very good.
Well, this is a great meal. Well, obviously, we're just tasting the things that we cooked. But if we were to actually put this on the table for a meal, we would probably add a little salad or some frozen mixed vegetables or something like that for a little color and a little bit more variety. But this is a great meal, just these two things.
There's these two. Yes.
So I think it works well. And this full recipe will be in our book for sure. But, I mean, you can tell what we did just by watching the video today. So thank you so much for being with us. Hope you gained more information and knowledge. We certainly did. We always
Yeah.
do. This is not the first time we've double stacked, but we're not experts at
We're
double
not.
stacking yet.
That we're still working on that.
We are. But the only way to get it down is to practice, and that's
Yeah.
what we're doing in this book, is practicing everything, tasting everything, and making sure that the directions that we give are easy for you to follow, especially if you are a beginner. So, thanks so much for being with us.
And we will see you next time for another video.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.